What up, Long Beach? It's Tyler.
And Mike.
Welcome back to your home for local sports.
This CIF Masters highlight is brought to you by Naples Rib Company.
Are we the masters of track? Yes, Cerritos. Back at Cerritos College in Norwalk. Novelty.
We're Norwalking the walk, Tyler.
Absolutely, and talking plenty of talk as we started off with the 4x1 like you do as the Poly girls get underway as they're bringing back the Penn debuted Highlighter Pink and Autumn Wright, the freshman, starting it off. And pay attention to this race because you have not seen a high school team go faster than this in this race anywhere in America this year.
No, they set a new nation-leading time. They often do that when they run. Jade Lewis, obviously.
Who switched hands there, if you didn't notice.
Moving quickly in the second leg, and Tyler said it, this is a nation-leading time. Obviously, they're already pulling away, and I think we've said this 100 times, but if Maya Perkins has made up that stagger already by the time it gets to Ariana Washington, you can pretty much lock that thing down, and that's what the Jackrabbits did.
Ari the Dash, straight cash, as she's going to run past all of these limbs, heads, hats, everything else they try to put in her way as she crosses the finish line as Poly puts up a 45:25. That's a nation-leading time, obviously their best time of the season as they push ever closer to getting down into that 44 range, and they're turned about it.
LaSalle's McKenna Howard had a busy day trying to double in the discus and shot put, and sure enough, she did just that, qualifying third in the discus and second in the shot put. A great day for her.
Downey's Angel Gonzalez competing in the discus. She finished 6th, so a perfect spot to be in order to qualify for state. 136.03 was her best throw, and Compton Centennial's Tiffany Gilmore did not advance in the discus, but she was 4th in the shot put, 43.07 and a quarter. Now we go to the boys' shot, and it's Matt Katnick, who was first in this event for the Braves, the offensive lineman throwing the stone out there, 64-10 and 3/4. He's going to state as the top finisher in Southern Section.
He's curious as a Katnick, and I guess he'll get to find out what that state experience is like. Ellis Newton, a name you saw a lot in the CIF finals as he doubled in the 8 and 1600, won 2 CIF championships there. He's trying to get to state in both those events, and I'm going to be honest, it's just too much running for me.
It's a lot of running. We start with the 16 as we count backwards. You can see he's hovering right there in third spot. He's going to kick ahead, and right here at the finish line sneaks ahead to get second. Newton going to state in that 1600, and as we mentioned, he likes to double down here in the 800. And
this looks like the steeplechase for a second. I thought they were about to jump over that pad.
That would have been sick. I would not have been prepared for that. He actually takes the lead here on the second lap in the 800, does get caught, but third place is plenty to get to state. You're not really running for a medal here. You're just running to survive and advance. That's what Newton does, and Mayfair has a great representative going up to Clovis next weekend.
Taking the fair to the Frez, Tyler.
Absolutely. We switch to the 100 hurdles as we've got representatives in this race. You might notice the Poly Pink there in the middle as it's Payne going along with Creer, and it's going to be close at the finish, and leaning ahead is Kimber Payne to edge Ebony Creer out of state.
3/1000ths of a second. I just took multiple thousandths of a second to say those words. I mean, unbelievably tight finish. We go to the 110 intermediate hurdles, and it's Masana Biltz in the white trunks out there in front as he's been all season, having such a strong year, the UCLA signee, and he caps it with a Masters gold to put him onto state.
You see the other more leaguers there with him, Tyler Rios also in that race from LaSalle, but that's always Viltz's to win. So 3 more leaguers going to state. Now in the girls' 300 hurdles, as we switch to the longer distance, Kimber Payne closer to you, Angela Morong to her right, as Poly so easy to spot when they wear that type of swag.
When they're in the highlighter Nike experimental area 51 pink, you can usually find them. And Payne with an emotional win in this 300 hurdles. Said dedicated that one to her grandma, 41:35, a season low for her, one of the tops in the nation this year. And she will compete in state, which was her goal all along.
Along with teammate Angela Morong. Now we go to the 300 hurdles. Juan Ward there in the turquoise for Poly, as Tyler Rios is back for Los Al there in the red, white, and blue. A difficult race for everyone as there was a lot of clanging going on, some falling, but eventually the 2 local boys would get it done and move on. 4th for Rios, 5th for Ward. They're going to Clovis with us. Girls 400, 3 track rabbits in this one. Autumn Wright in lane 3. Kaylin Davis, your nation leader, in lane 5. They're both freshmen. And senior Holly Harris in lane 8 for the Rabbits. And if you've seen any of these 400s, you know Roberts is going to pull away and get the job done. But the Jackrabbits get all 3 runners through as Roberts puts down a blazing time here in Norwalk. This was an impressive race for her and the rest of her teammates.
Absolutely, she's the nation leader in this event, and once again, a big time from her as she will be top seeded going into state. We move to the boys 400. We've got Maria Harris in lane 4 from Polly.
Kimani Briggs in lane 6 for Wilson, as you see him in the center of your screen, the long strider. Briggs out in front, trying to hold off. Here comes Harris. This looks like more league as he comes back to eat him up, but then...
Who's this guy?
Who's this noob? You both got 8. But that's okay. That's okay. It's not about the win. It's about moving on. Harris in second, Briggs in third with another school record for Wilson. Now to the sprints, the girls 100.
Money time.
It's money time. Ariana Washington on your left, rocking the Tennessee orange, I gotta say it. And to your right, as you're watching, Jade Lewis, her teammate, is keeping up, and they are going to go 1-2 again. We saw this at CIF. They got it done once again to hold it down. Wilson's Ashley Chambers is going to finish 6th, and she's also going to state in the 100. Good showing for her as well.
Now, the boys' side, Sean McGrew, the running back, doesn't have a football in his arms, but that doesn't mean he's not going to score here. All he wants to do is get to state as a sophomore. That's obviously a huge accomplishment, and it was tight for him. You can see there he's kind of in the middle of the pack, but with a 5th place finish and a 10:89 time, he is headed to Fresno.
Just got to get top 6. Now, let's go to the field as Kaylin Davis from Wilson is going to do her thing. Clears 5.7. That was her best jump. Couldn't clear 5.9, but she's the second finisher to go to state. Calhoun ends up tying for first. This is Vincent Calhoun from Poly, as his best clearance was 6.9. Couldn't get 6.11, but hey, your CIF champion is going back to state for the Track Rabbits.
We go to more sprints, Tyler, because we can never get enough of these. The 200, once again, it's Washington, but once again, it's Lewis. I think this is kind of the story of the day. Jade Lewis showing that she really is one of these elite sprinters in the state alongside her teammate Washington, who is the 2-time defending state champ in the 1 and the 2. But Lewis running hard and is going to finish second in the 2, just as she did in the 1. So a strong showing for Polly in both of the sprints as they move 1-2 into state.
Yeah, that's really impressive. She was back in the pack there, but moved on up and got it done. Those two have been fun to watch going on in these sprint events, Mike. Now to the girls 4x4, where Polly has just proven that they own the relay by getting this done. Kaylin Roberts, excuse me. Kaylin's running things.
It's a good day for Kaylin's once again, but yes, Roberts, the nation leader, obviously nice to start your 4x4 relay off with the fastest in the country. She gives it to Autumn Wright, the freshman, another freshman, I should say. This is a very young relay they chose to run tonight. And then she gives it to Holly Harris, the senior. She's going to Long Beach State. She's growing that lead. You can see this is ludicrous at this point.
It's bad. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for them to come into the picture.
You could drop the baton, pick it up, drop the baton, pick it up, and I think Ebony Career is still going to be well into the clear on the anchor leg, the Texas A&M signee, easily taking it across a time of 3:41.31 for the Jackrabbits to win that one. We go to the boys race with 2 Long Beach teams here, Wilson and Polly, running side by side in lane 4 and 5.
Respectively, yeah, and these races have been fun, and don't worry, there was some controversy in this one. Jackrabbits again in that turquoise, and you know the white and maroon of Wilson. Both teams kind of back here and needing to play some catch-up as they waterfall down.
You also see Sarah in the white and gray, and that is foreshadowing. That may come up again.
A little bit of foreshadowing. You see the teams make up their ground a little bit. Polly is in good shape right there, challenging for the lead. And watch closely. You see Kimani Briggs making his move for Wilson, but as we slow it down, watch Polly and Sarah. As you see a little contact, baton goes flying. Jordan lastly as Sarah loses his footing on the grass, and Polly then out in the lead.
Certainly looked like, if you go back and look at that, Polly, I think, was certainly... Sarah had enough room, but just maybe swung the baton a little wide, made contact with the elbow to lose it. And obviously that's tough for Sarah. It's been a tough year for them, but the Poly boys do win this one, and Wilson takes third to also qualify for state.
Both got it done. A successful Masters meet for Long Beach and the surrounding area. Fear not, we will make the trip to Clovis so you don't have to.
It's hot, y'all. It's too hot.
Very steamy. You can look for that coverage next weekend, and it's going to come to you courtesy of the best Long Beach sports coverage you could ask for.